Hello, class. Welcome to Historical Fiction Writing Lesson 11. Today we are simply going to be reviewing the Writer's Workshop Checklist. We're going to go over the responsibilities that you have in completing your assignment, and then I'm going to let you write. So the first step of the Writer's Workshop process is planning. For historical fiction writing, you want to make sure that you research your topic and research it well. You want to make sure that you're historically accurate while you are writing. The next step is to come up with an idea for your assignment. You will definitely come up with really good ideas after you have done some quality research. Last but not least, you're going to organize your ideas, particularly the beginning, the middle, and the end. That way, when you begin drafting, you have a clear path of where you want to go as you start writing. For drafting, you're simply writing in your notebook or on lined paper, or you're typing in a document about your idea. You're not worrying so much about revisions or editing. All you're doing is worrying about getting your story on paper. The next step is revising. You are going to be reading your own draft and making changes to improve. I must say this is one of the biggest steps that is overlooked by students, is to read your own work and make improvements on your own. Oftentimes, I've had students read stories to me out loud, ones that they have written, and right away they come up with amazing ideas on how to improve their story. So please make sure that you complete that first step of revising, which is read your own draft and make changes to improve. After that, I want you to meet with a peer and read your draft and make suggestions. You can do this in different ways remotely. You can either share your draft with someone else and then meet with them in a Google Meet or a Google Hangout, or you can meet in a Google Hangout or Google Meet and share your screen, which can share your draft directly, and then that peer can make suggestions as well. Okay? But that must be done. You need to have a peer read your draft and make suggestions. And then last but not least, a teacher needs to read your draft and make suggestions. So make sure that you contact your teacher, myself, or maybe Mrs. Van Hooydonk, and make sure that you have them read your draft and make suggestions. Make sure that they make suggestions through some form of video face-to-face discussion. The next step is editing. So for editing, I want you to first edit on your own as well. Circle any punctuation, capitalization, or spelling mistakes. Now, in some instances, you may not know if they are mistakes or not, but it is if you are in doubt and you are wondering if something is maybe spelled incorrectly or if you have maybe not used the correct punctuation, it's better to circle it so that way when you meet with your teacher, you can go over those things that you're not sure of. Now, if you have typed your draft rather than written it, then you can underline the things that you feel may be mistakes, and then your teacher can go over them. The next step is you do need to have a teacher such as myself or Mrs. Van Hooydonk. You do need a teacher to edit your draft. Okay, so again, you may share your work with them, contact them, and then you can discuss your draft and the editing that needs to be done with a teacher through a video chat. And last but not least, we have publishing, which is probably the most satisfying part of writing. Well, sometimes drafting is too, but publishing, you can go to Google Classroom, type your edited draft, or if you already have edited it, then you can have a teacher read your published story and say, yes, this is ready to be turned in. Okay? All right, if you have any questions about the Writer's Workshop checklist while you are writing your historical fiction piece, please do not hesitate to contact me. All right, thank you, everyone, and make a great historical fiction piece.